Hi everyone, welcome to H&J Fence Destructovision Baseball Test. I'm your host Conry, and today I'm going to be taking you on a ride through our fun and wild experience of out-and-out assaulting vinyl fencing to put it to the ultimate summer stress test. Now, we didn't go about this in any kind of haphazard way. I'm a huge MythBusters fan, so I tried to do my best Adam Savage and applied the scientific method as best I could. I'm not a scientist, but I did my best. We started off with a pitching machine, specifically the Heater Sports Base Hit Light and Real Baseball pitching machine. This machine was set first at a 20-foot distance and then 10 feet while being loaded with Little League official baseballs. So at each distance, we fired 10 shots from the pitching machine. We began at 10 miles per hour and then ramped up to 45 at the top speed our little pitching machine could fire. After exhausting the pitching machine, we invited the H&J bullpen, that's our friends in the warehouse, our co-workers, to come out and throw as hard as they can to step up and give it their all. So between Joe, Ismail, Cruz, myself, and a handful of other relief pitchers from production in the front office, we threw in an extra 20 times and reached speeds from 65 to like 70 miles an hour at the top end. Not bad for a couple of like ex-high school baseball players and some soccer fans. Football for the international crowd. First up is Brand X. Now, Brand X took quite a bit of a beating from the pitching machine, only getting a few scuffs and marks here and there at 20 feet and getting some real solid dents at 10 feet. Once the relievers came in, started having fun. It's then we finally got our first actual structural failure. Isma had the first honors, put a solid splitter through the bottom left corner of the pickets. Once we all saw that, the rest of us started getting shots in. A particular favorite of mine is the buried ball in the right side panel. After a quick swap out, we went on to Brand Y. Now, this set of pickets didn't have the same durability as Brand X. Brand Y failed at 45 miles an hour from 10 feet with a pitching machine. So once the bullpen got to work, the damage followed cleanly as we started seeing separation of pickets, cracks forming across, and then full-on shattering holes pitched through. With Brand Y thoroughly pummeled, we moved on to the Endura ProMAX. So from 20 feet to 45 miles an hour, we had minor scuffs and dents, similar to Brand X. Then we scooched it forward to the 45 mile an hour at 10 feet test. The dents got deeper, the scuffs got more noticeable, but the pickets held. So at this point, we knew if there was going to be any real damage, we had to bring in the bullpen again. So the crew got to chucking. We were merciless. I know I almost threw my arm out. I know Joe was throwing as hard as he can. Everybody was going up and doing their best to make it fail. We had only one actual failure early on. Warehouse Wunderkind Cruz through some high heat, clipped the top rail. Everything else just left dents and marks. I was informed that we weren't swapping out the top rail. We were only swapping out the pickets. So the top rail that cracked was actually the Brand X top rail. So the one failure that I thought we had wasn't even an actual failure of the Endura ProMAX. The Endura ProMAX held through everything we could throw at it. It is dented. It is busted up in terms of scuffs and marks. But it did not fail. There are no broken pickets that you could see through that are structurally compromising this fence. That's our testing day. We had a lot of fun. We got to put 3 major fencing brands to the test, and final results are as follows. On the bottom was brand Y, with a failure at 45 miles an hour from 10 feet, and only more failures as speeds increased. Brand X is next with a solid performance, and it failed when 60 to 65 mile an hour pitches from the 20 foot started coming in. And at the top was, happily, might I add, did we find out, was our Endura ProMAX pickets that withstood every single pitch we could muster. So we're not stopping there. If you have pickets that you want to put to the test, you can come by and we'll put our product through the same level of testing. Can your vinyl fence preference stand up to the H&J warehouse bullpen? I hope you come down to find out, because this was a blast to do. Expect more testing in the future. I've got some ideas for what to throw at our fences so that you can find out which brand holds up the best against every possible backyard mishap you can imagine. It's good to know what your fence can handle. And until next time, I'm out of here. Take it easy, everybody, and come back.